Spitwads, Indochino is your style partner for made-to-measure, totally customizable men's and women's wear for wedding season and beyond. If you are looking for a new suit, you need to get an Indochino. I have 2 Indochino suits. They are the 2 best things that fit me perfectly because they are tailored. They aren't suits off of a rack. This is, oh, how long is this arm from elbow to shoulder? Everything is perfect. No matter your size, you can go and visit one of their showrooms like I've done. You can measure yourself at home like I've done. Both ways for both of my suits. I absolutely love it. It is perfect. A custom wardrobe is easier and more affordable than ever with Indochino. You could set up a measurement profile in less than 10 minutes, measure yourself from the comfort of your home, or make the appointment at one of their showrooms. This summer, bring in style. It's timeless, it's classic, it's bold, it's eye-catching, everything you want, and it fits you perfectly. Customize your summer style with Indochino. Go to Indochino.com and use the code BALLERS to get 10% off any purchases of $3.99 or more. That's 10% off at INDOCHINO.com with the code BALLERS.
What happens when 3 buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
Skip it, bop, boop, bop, boop, okay. All right. I feel like you didn't take any chances. I feel like you didn't take any chances.
I really wanted. Spitwads.
That was Papa Josh.
Welcome to the show. Al Borland is not here today. He's on vacation.
You were gonna say he's not with us anymore.
I was going to say he's no longer with us. You know, R.I.P. And so right before the show, we made Papa Josh, who is sitting in the main. You know, he's what do they call that in band? First chair.
First chair producer today.
So he's a first chair producer. We're like, congratulations, you get scat. I just wanted worse. I just wanted way worse. I wanted a colossal calamity of.
This wasn't the guy that gets up and does the what am I thinking of?
No idea.
When karaoke. This isn't the guy going up and doing the generic karaoke. You know, that's all it was. It wasn't taking a chance. This was not some extreme song that he went up and on stage and did. This was vanilla.
That's a good point. Now, what am I thinking?
You think what
just so
thinking?
you know, you only get out of scats when Al Borland does them. So you're still next. I mean, you're the next one too.
That's fine. That probably means I have to get the #1 pick again next week. So I'm down with that.
Yeah, you would actually. Would you rather life advice?
And that's all right.
That's fine.
I'll allow it.
I tried.
And today we're drafting things that are pointy, so I'm sure you're thrilled to have the #1 pick. We've got a great show for you today. You can follow us at SpitballersPod over on Twitter/X, YouTube.com/Spitballers to watch the show, and tell your friends about it. It's a family-friendly podcast where we make our producer scat every 82nd show. Is that what it is?
Something like
86th show. Let's get it going.
Would you rather?
Antonio from Patreon writes in and says, would you rather have to clean? Oh, we're getting right into it. Would you rather have to clean urine off of the seat every time you go into a bathroom to take a #2? Okay, so you have to sit.
Right.
Or never be able to use a bidet again the rest of your life.
So
this is a trick question for Jason. He would never go and take a #2 in a public place.
Well, that is true. I do avoid that at all costs, and there are great costs to holding on to what I have to hold on to. But it's like I have so much experience cleaning up pee off of the toilet. I'm telling you.
Why?
I'm telling you, my youngest.
he has children.
My youngest has never gone to the restroom without getting
That's
pee on the toilet.
Dude, that is a parenting problem.
I agree. Bad job by me. I'll take the L.
Can I just? I want to fix.
Jay, I'm with you. That the boys are nasty, and we don't run with the sign. Apparently, look, that's maybe the parenting fail is I don't have the if you tinkle or if you sprinkle when you tinkle sign. I don't have the nursery rhyme up on the wall reminding everyone.
That's the only thing that'll get it done.
It maybe. Did you have that sign up?
No, I didn't, and none of my kids pee on the. I mean,
Yeah, you know of.
I will. There is one problem in our house, though.
Okay,
Yeah, here we go. All right.
Mr. Parent of the Year.
Yeah, we've got an occasional flushing issue.
Yeah, you got a Duke Schnei left over.
Yeah.
I'd rather clean up a little
There,
pee-pee.
I think I would too, man. When I go in there and I find like something cooking, I mean,
Oh, it's cooked. You open the door. You go, whoa.
why is it in there? Why hasn't somebody noticed it?
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted to change the question because I just don't feel like this one really fits the bill. Jason, how many times do you go to the bathroom per day?
At all. Pee or poop, I would say.
No, just poop.
Once. Usually one healthy BM a day.
I wanted to change it to like, do you want to live your life with no bidet?
No.
Or you got to do one public poop and one home poop a day, but you keep it?
Let me ask you a question. Is the bidet in the public area?
Nah. Wipe once, but then look, we've all been on vacation where it's like, okay, you don't have your bidet to clean you off, but you're thrilled to get home and get fresh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to do whatever gets me a bidet.
So you're willing to public poop?
If that's the only way I can get a bidet, then I'll have to do it. Spitwads, if you don't have a bidet, I don't blame you.
This is one of your biggest, like if you're running for office, this is one of your platforms.
100%. I don't want to shame you because I spent the majority of my life without a bidet.
Yeah, you don't know what you don't know.
You were in the dark, just like, you know.
Yeah, if you're living in America, you don't have a bidet. We didn't grow up with bidets. They're not as common here.
Some
But
people
I want you to
might not
know
even know what it means.
A bidet is like, you can get the little toilet seat or it could be the whole toilet, which will wash your booty when you're done.
Right.
It'll wash, it'll dry, it can do all sorts of magical things. It can be fancy where it's warming the seat and warming your water. It can be cheap where it's just going to spray like a fire hose of cold water on your booty.
Yeah, that's the kind that Josh gets.
But what I want you to understand, I am not shaming you, but you are freaking disgusting. Okay? You are.
I think you're shaming them.
No. It's not your fault, but you need to be aware how awful and nasty you are.
I was the last one to the party.
Yeah, you late adopter.
I was pretty resistant too. I was just like, I don't need this in my life. It doesn't benefit me at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to face the truth one day, which is
brother.
It's a tough thing to do to reach that point where you're like, oh, how did I live another way?
Well, and see, that's
and why? Why did I choose to opt into that life?
You didn't know.
Once the revelation happens with certain products in your life, where it's like, oh, how did I live without this? When you go back, like when we travel and we're on vacation,
is it better to never have bidet at all? I mean, like the old.
Okay.
Is it better to have bidet and lost the bidet than to never have bidet at all? Because when you vacation,
you realize,
and your body is compensated. It's now it needs the bidet.
Oh yeah.
So when you don't have it, it's probably not feeling great.
Oh yeah, you're tearing that thing up. You're just
That's where I was going.
For sure, man. If this thing's not used to getting wiped into oblivion, then when you go on a vacation and you know.
And who's to say what toilet paper you get?
First of all, when you go on a vacation, you're eating a certain way. I mean, you know what I mean? That's part of the problem.
Yeah.
And
then, it is.
You won't tear it up. I barely walk when I get back from vacations, and I need that bidet.
Yeah. Now you do have a vacation bidet now.
I do. I travel.
Now, is that a handheld?
It is a handheld.
So you've got to aim and fire and everything.
Battery operated.
Now, do you put warm water in it?
Oh, you know it, brother. I'm
goodness.
waiting for that sink to warm up before I fill that thing.
I wonder how long you would survive in certain places.
Not long.
Yeah. Brady says, would you rather be patient zero of a zombie apocalypse or be the last one standing?
Ooh.
Patient zero means you've been bitten and converted.
Patient zero is you are the reason that the infection
Oh,
happens.
that's right. That's right. You are the zombie.
You are the original OG zombie that if people survive and they're able to trace it back, they'll find you.
I am curious, Mike. You're the zombie expert
Yes.
here.
Dr. Zombie, yeah.
Is there? I know this isn't the huge, but is there any canon on zombie lore?
Oh, you were going to ask the same thing I was going to ask.
Where zombie number 1 is King Zombie?
Oh, no, you weren't.
Like
right? Yeah, there are
Zombie
movies.
leaders?
Yeah, there are movies like that. I don't care for them as like I think Josh Army of the Dead, like they had a King Zombie in that one as well, which
definitely nod for the podcast. Yeah,
well,
thank you.
he's approving me, and I'm passing it on to the audio
I mean,
listener.
you could have said anything.
So there's a King Zombie, which it brings in some problems with the zombies because the whole terrifying thing, to me at least, of a zombie is just there's no thought process at all. It is simply a mechanical creature moving forward looking for food, and it cannot be stopped. Where if you have a leader, now there's like
Orders to follow.
There's emotions, and so it's like, I don't care for it as much, but it definitely does. It's out there.
Let me give you a counter argument
Okay.
here, because I know we were all big fans of Game of Thrones. The White Walkers are essentially mindless, brainless zombies, and yet they have a leader. They have
the brain thing is what I was going to bring up.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they were brainless because they had strategy and thoughts and they did things. That was my point. Like if you're patient number 1 and zombies have no thoughts, therefore, what's the point? I mean, like, if you can't, like, why would I want to be the first dead?
Well, you don't,
because I'd be dead.
Well, here's
You'd
why.
be undead.
I know, but I wouldn't have
Thank
any
you, Mike.
memory.
Yeah. But here's the thing: the reason you'd want to be that is because you didn't need to watch everyone around you die, and get eaten. You yourself did not get eaten into a zombie.
Is a revolver for protection / other kinds of protection purposes? Is that like a necessary thing in a zombie apocalypse universe? Like, do you need to have the option to say goodnight before they eat you?
You can. Like you can go with that strategy, but like I mean, maybe you weren't asked this, but weapon-wise, a physical weapon is far more value. Maybe not more, but you need to have a physical one because you're going to run out of ammo. Like that's
man.
part of.
They never do.
Would you be fine inside of one of those like hamster plastic balls in a zombie movie?
Now that is an interesting question.
Like,
I don't know if I've ever seen that strategy.
Yeah, it's one.
It can't be the inflatable.
No, they'll go right through the inflatable.
Yeah, if it's the plastic where it's full of air.
Yeah, or metal even.
But just an actual like a real hamster one where it's really hard plastic.
Yeah.
I think
they can't get in that.
I don't think they could get in there.
You can't get a bite on it.
No.
Yeah, but
and you grease that baby up.
Yeah, here's the thing,
You're
though.
slipping all off.
I mean, there's holes in that, right? Your fingers are going to go through.
You would need air holes.
Yeah, and
So
so
what's a finger going to do?
a finger's going to get bit.
But you know how big of an air hole do you need? It can be real tiny. Do you know how small air is?
How big fingers are?
I'm just thinking of. I mean, you got to be able to see out.
Well, it's clear plastic.
Yeah. You never seen clear plastic before?
What kind of ball are you? How many?
Are you putting hamsters in balls they can't see out of with no air?
Okay, I'm looking at hamster balls. They're totally clear.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember these now.
Yeah. Okay.
What were you thinking of?
It was like a mesh, like a hard plastic, not see through. With you just look through the holes.
I just feel like you could kind of cruise through the.
That's not a thing.
Well,
you could cruise through the world in one of those.
the problem if you get swarmed and stopped, then you're done. Like you won't be able to get out of it.
I've still always thought I would just attract them all to a fence and just with a long javelin.
If
they're
walkers,
if they don't climb,
if they're just the walking zombies, you can be all right. If it's running zombies, then you'd rather be patient zero. So just get it out of the way.
Let's get real. Yeah, I mean, do you want to be patient zero? Do you want to be the last one standing? Do you want to have fought to the end of?
Yeah, I want to be the last one.
You do?
Yeah, I'm best.
To no one. You're best to no one.
Yeah.
No, I'm
If
best to
you're-
myself. I made it longest.
But if
I
you're
don't think being best to yourself is going to factor in.
but you're first out of one. Like of the remaining
Like,
the
you're the-
remaining people,
would
you're
you-
one of one. So
would
that
you
means
be
you're first
content
loser.
being the king of the world, king of all humans, if you're the only human? Is that how you would look at? Would you crown yourself?
I mean, so look,
I'd at least hold an election.
we've all
You do it democratically.
Yeah,
for the people.
yeah. This is valid. I voted.
Yes.
Can you
I'm
vote
in
for
charge.
yourself?
Yes,
Of course.
Oh, yes,
you
you
cast-
can.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
you
Yes.
always cast your own vote.
Yeah.
And this is great. Unanimous
I lost.
Unanimous president.
Has there ever been canon of zombies that have like thinking brains of any kind?
Yes. Yeah, they
But that just like
well, like the so as far as I know, the like at least the original real popularity spread was Night of the Living Dead. So Romero's movie from I mean it's a black and white movie. It's very old, and like the third one, he started to dabble. I think it was Day of the Dead. Day of the
don't
Living
talk
Dead.
to us as though we could validate or
I'm
acknowledge your
I'm
opinion.
I'm talking to myself. I'm trying to
Gotcha.
figure it out. I believe it was the third one in his string of movies where they did start to think, and because their old memories are coming back. So you see shots of like zombies playing the tuba and things like that,
Interesting.
and it was like that's not for me.
I'm gonna go last man.
I'm going patient zero, baby.
All right, Jason, you're last
Yeah,
man.
I'm last man. If I made it to last man, that means I've got skills that I currently do not have.
That
You
is
know what
true.
I mean?
Yeah.
Like I know to get there. Like I can aim a weapon. I can build a trap. I can't do that stuff right now. But
So you just need a zombie apocalypse to kind of
that's right.
new.
Hone my skills.
Yeah. Just you need something to happen to make this world of how many bidets you got a little
Oh,
bit rougher.
yeah.
What can make you actually get into?
There's no way
shape?
you have a bidet, by the way, if you're last man standing. Like that day, those are gone.
Oh,
There's
The
no way
electric
you'd have a
ones are.
bidet.
I would absolutely have.
I can just see him running with a gun in one hand and a backpack and a full bidet with a plug he's holding under the other arm, sprinting. And they're like, let the bidet go. They're going to get you. And you're like, never.
Yeah, there's principles.
George wants to know, would you rather bite your tongue every meal
Oh no.
or stub your toe 3 times every day?
Biting your tongue every meal is. I don't care what
Is
it is. in
same
your mouth.
spot, different spot?
If it's every meal, you're
It's got to be different spot. Yeah.
Well, no, you will same spot eventually.
Yeah, because whenever you, oh man, there's just about nothing worse. Whether it's your cheek or your tongue, when you've got that little bump,
Yeah.
that little swollen part from one chomp, and then you just keep hitting it, and you're trying to avoid it. You remember it's there most of the time, and then you get a little careless, and you go, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, you guys are underestimating stubbing your toe because you're doing it 3 times a day, which means every time you do it for the first time, it hurts so bad, and then you're going, oh gosh,
Yeah,
I
2
have
more.
to do this 2 more times.
I don't think I stub my toe often. I can't even like recall.
That's good because you'd be a bad walker.
Well, I'm just saying, like I don't remember the last time I stubbed my toe where I'm like where it was like a serious one, like painful, like oh
Really?
shoot. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I walk
You're
where
just
I walk.
you're just real accurate. With
I feel
your,
like
with
my
your toes.
stub toes per year have gone down tremendously from, I think those peaked from 15 to 25.
Yeah, but you still get a good few every year.
Few? I mean, how many? You getting a few?
Every year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
Are you changing your furniture out a lot? Are you
No, you
Walking
doing,
with your eyes closed?
No, you-
doing new things?
you cut a corner too sharp.
I think it's doing new stuff. I think the older you get, you do the same stuff. I mean, you're probably sitting.
I feel like every time I
Can't stub
stub
your
my
toe while you're
toe
sitting.
is like nighttime.
If
It's-
anyone
the
can
lights
stub
are,
their toe sitting, it's this man
That's
over
true.
here.
It's true.
lights are off. I'm gonna find a way.
He's just kicking his coffee table.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be lights off. I don't know how you stub your toe.
It happens all the time, man.
Not to me.
People stub their toes.
I bite my mouth or cheek or tongue at least like once every couple months. That happens.
And then how many bites
Days.
of bites?
yeah,
Other
of
bites?
bites.
Of
Days of
follow-up
bites.
bites?
Yeah, it might as well be zombie in my mouth, just gnawing on my flesh.
I don't even know what that means. Mike, which one are you going for? I think I'd take the I think I'd rather bite my tongue.
I'm gonna stub the toe.
All right, let's take a break and dish out some advice.
Spitballers to the rescue.
Well, every so often we have to get real on this show. It's fun and games. We like to make your week really happy, entertaining, enjoyable.
We goof off sometimes.
Sometimes we have a moment or two.
Yeah.
Where we're goofing around.
No more.
But this is about life advice, and sometimes we just need to keep it real, right, Mike?
I agree.
Yeah, Lucas from the website has a crisis he's going through, and I think we're here to help.
Yeah, we are.
My significant other insists on keeping every single receipt. We have filing cabinets full of past paid invoices and receipts. How can I convince them to declutter and organize the receipts without causing another fight about it? So Lucas is obviously married to a much older woman.
Okay, so I am curious here. The second part of this question, how can I convince him to declutter and organize the receipts? Why do you have any? Why do you have it?
The other
Andy,
day,
let me ask you, because
you're
the most
organized.
We'll say organized.
Good word. Good word.
Yeah, of us. You strike me as someone who might keep their receipts. Or at the very least, you have most recently kept your receipts out of the three of us. Do you think I'm correct here?
I get what you're saying, but I'm also
immediate reaction. Sir, would you like a receipt with that?
If it's more than $500,
he's already lost.
Yeah,
if it's more than $500, sure.
Okay.
For like just a minute, and then I throw it away. The truth of the matter is, I was over, and this is gonna sell my parents down the river. I was over at their house. They just moved, and they're getting stuff for the house, and I'm helping them set up the Ring doorbell. And they're like, they didn't have one part that we needed for the Ring doorbell. So I say, you should pick it up on Amazon. Here's the link. My mom is so thorough, and this is why you think that I am this way, is because I inherited much of this.
The organization. Yeah.
She's so thorough that she gets to the last page on Amazon, and before she clicks place order, she goes and grabs a book, and she brings it back over, and she'll write down what she's buying and how much it costs on the final invoice of Amazon. Mind you,
with paper.
With paper.
Okay.
So she has a book of Amazon purchases she keeps close track of,
even
though on Amazon it will tell you your orders in perfect accuracy. And she had to write it down with the cost before she clicked place the order.
Now, did this book have previous purchases? Is this like a receipt book?
Yes, this is like a record of everything she's bought on Amazon. Now,
how do you keep that in order?
There was a benefit from this. She had bought something else I told her to buy we didn't need anymore, and it was a while back, and I'm like, oh, well, we can't return this. In 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, she opened up a cabinet, and there was the box and everything that came with it, and she had it all to ship right back.
It's not worth it.
But she didn't need the book for that.
Well, no, she didn't need the book, but I'm just saying it's part and parcel.
Of keeping everything.
If you keep track of everything in a really thorough way, once every 12 years you need it.
Okay, so to get back to Lucas here, don't convince them to organize the receipts without causing a fight. This is a get rid of receipts problem.
What are your feelings on this? Like, do you not save any receipts because you just don't need them?
Yes, you don't need them. You don't need them for any place.
No, you do.
No, you don't.
Where would you need one?
Because you cannot. Not every place has digital records of what you purchase at all. Like if you didn't put in your phone number at Lowe's, for example.
Oh yeah, they just look it up by the card.
Your credit card.
No problem.
If you're paying in cash, okay, that's a different story.
Sure.
But if it's by credit card, then it's tracked to your credit card.
Yeah. And I don't pay by cash.
I feel like I've gone in some of these places, and they'll be like, no, the best I could do is store credit because we don't have your receipt. There are some places that do that. I don't. Maybe Lowe's was the wrong one, but
I feel like that. No, it definitely used to be that.
Now the key here is just snap a quick picture on your phone.
Yes,
and throw it away.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually good.
I do that sometimes on something important. I'll snap a quick picture, and I'm surprised how many times I need to reference the order number or something because I'll call them up and they'll be like, what is the number on the receipt or whatever.
Yeah, that is the real answer for the people who really want to keep everything. You just digitize and then you have that organized.
Why do receipts ever? Why do they exist? Why do we do this?
But because they
We needed them.
used
We
to be
needed
really
them.
important.
we do not need them.
No, we needed.
Yeah.
Past tense.
Yeah, but like we
Now
gotta.
it's a remnant. It's a forgotten old. It's something to help the old people feel like they're still living in the world that they knew.
But I mean, it's still the young people. You know, you go to McDonald's, just they're printing out.
Well, I mean, you do need look. If you buy something in the store, what's funny is like if they didn't give you a receipt or a bag. Do you know that feeling when they just hand you the box and then you like start walking towards Walmart's exit, and then you don't have either of those things, and it's like they don't know if you just took it off the shelf. It's to prove you purchased it. How would you prove?
I think
You couldn't.
I think that every single transaction you make, like I don't know if you guys have experienced this recently. I went to a farmer's market, okay, and they all accepted the
Like the
card.
swipe or something?
Yeah, they've
Yeah.
got like the square or whatever, and so I tapped my phone on their little
True.
thing,
Yeah.
and then 2 seconds later, they don't have a printer.
You
they don't
got
have,
a receipt.
I've
in
got a
your-
receipt
yeah.
in my email. It's just automated. I don't know how it works. It's magic, but it's done. Like that. It's time for this world to like grow up from receipts.
It's all about the older generation not being able to acclimate. It really is.
When you were
They're bridging
younger,
a gap, man.
So, Jay, when you were younger, did you ever keep your receipts?
No, no. Back when you were supposed to, and you had the shoe box. I think there was 1
Oh,
year.
not just the shoebox.
I think
I'm talking about your wallets.
Yeah. Oh gosh, no, no.
I had times in my life where
the
wallet, it was like
you were George Costanza.
it was like 75 deep, just so many receipts. That had been there for so long that when you pull it out and look at it, you can't read anything.
Right, it's all worn
everything
off.
has rubbed and faded off. It's just a piece of paper now that I carry around.
So what I would do is, if the problem, which seems to be multiple filing cabinets of space, have them, set a boundary. You can stair step this. Things that cost more than $500, $1,000, you can hang on to those receipts for a month, something like that.
Just digitized, man.
All right, is that good enough advice?
Yeah.
It was great.
Pretty fantastic.
By the way, is there any futuristic technology that you would decline from a privacy standpoint? Like, because you're talking about streamlining, right? Like if you walked in and it was just like a retinal scan for purchase,
Right.
or it was like drip your blood right here for purchase, that'd be inconvenient.
I have a kind of a rule when it comes to my digital security or privacy, I think is more of the right word, that I have none. I already know that. I've got no privacy. All my data is everywhere, so I don't care. Scan me, just whatever.
Okay.
That's how I live.
Scan me, drain my blood.
Chip me.
Logan from Patreon needs some life advice. Let's get serious again.
Yeah,
guys.
I'm sorry.
My in-laws have moved into our basement, quote, and the quotes are probably important, temporarily, but it has been a year. How do I gently nudge them towards finding their own place without starting a family feud? Logan, you are in a tough spot. I'm not sure there's a more difficult situation to navigate, and I think Mike probably
What's the word
has some advice for you.
When a judge is like, I'm too close to this case.
They recuse
I have recused myself from this question.
Oh. Wait, who wrote this question? Was this coming in?
Logan.
It was Logan.
Logan from Patreon. Well, thank you, Logan. So how do you
Look, there are some people that are built.
Disregard the notes that I will be writing down.
There are some people in the world that don't pick up social cues or understand the way, the sensibilities of the common man and woman.
It's good stuff.
And they'll never get it, right? Like those people will never think to themselves, I wonder if I'm overstaying my welcome.
Yeah.
There are people like that.
Oh, for sure. You're going to need a default. That would be my number one.
on your mortgage?
Alone?
My number one piece of advice is to default.
I think they'll let them stay there forever then.
But that's fine. They can squat. But if you stop paying that bill, you will be kicked out. And then you got to find a new place to live, and you're going to downsize.
All right.
Okay?
Different option. You adopt another child that needs the space to live in.
Okay. So But
that doesn't really fix your amount of people in the house problem.
I promise you, your in-laws are gonna help build that crib in your bedroom. You know what I mean? They're not moving.
Can you flood? What about a plumbing situation?
Oh, like a nice.
Are you
backup
willing to
in
get some remediation work? Is it worth? Like, what would you pay in cash, Logan?
Oh, I mean,
what's your cash value of them leaving?
Sometimes you got to throw money at a problem. You know.
I mean, that is
like if they're in the basement. Let's
Yeah.
say you're in a basement house. That's their area. You could back that thing up.
What if it's an upstairs and that's where everyone already lives? I mean, hypothetically speaking, guys. Logan might have that problem.
Okay.
Logan could have
That's
any.
good-
I mean, he does say basement, but I mean, it could be
Okay.
the upper basement.
Yeah. So it's it's the upstairs and everyone lives there.
I
How
do
do you
like that.
wrestle
I
with that?
thought of like flooding the basement would cost you thousands, and that thousands could have gone to getting them another place. I mean, I think getting them another place is your option here. If you put a price tag on it, what's it worth to you? 50 grand?
That's a lot.
25 grand?
That's a lot of money.
Well, but then the alternative is saying they could live here forever.
How do I nudge them towards finding their own place? So
Bed bugs?
you want them to move out. How do you actually get someone to? I think you gotta get your license. You gotta
What kind of license?
real estate.
Oh.
You gotta take this
Oh, because then they'll
Mantle
feel
up.
like they want to help you.
absolutely, and you can give them a
Oh my
smoking
gosh,
deal.
that's the solution.
You can give them a 1%.
Get a real estate license. It's not that expensive.
No, it's like
I know.
Yeah, it's like $2,000. Forget 50 grand. It was like $2,000 a couple weeks of classes.
And then it's like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so great, Grandma and Pop, because I have a license and you need a home.
And I need to build up my portfolio.
Yeah.
It would be a real solid to me.
Yeah,
I'll
do
give
me a
you-
favor.
I'll give you a good rate.
Commission
Yes.
free.
Yeah, commission free.
I'll
You get
pay you 3%.
Yeah, and then the nice thing is you're going to be able to open up a portal for them so that you can help every day. Look at this one.
This is
Look
a
at
good
that one.
solution.
I mean, this is you helping them helping you, and in the end, boom, blam,
So
they're out.
if you need some schools, let me know, all of you out there in this situation.
Yeah, if you're in Arizona, we've got a school we can recommend.
Yeah. I think that's a great answer.
Do
Yeah.
like
So default or become a realtor. Those are your two
Yeah.
easiest paths.
Yep. Or
Are there-
flood the basement.
like is there that many real estate schools?
There's a
That-
handful.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not just one.
They're not all
No,
the
they're
same.
all
It's a
super for
private-
profit. Yeah.
It's a private company.
Uh-huh,
yeah.
uh-huh.
Lily from the website. My best friend insists on organizing themed dinners where we must dress as characters from obscure movies and try to stay in character throughout the night. How can I escape these without hurt feelings?
You need to recuse yourself.
I was wondering what these hand gestures were on the audio podcast. You were really struggling there. Is this a little too close to home? I think it is.
What was the question?
It's about themed dinners.
Yeah, I mean, I think you guys, Mike hasn't talked a lot, so just pay no attention to these notes I'm taking.
I mean,
All right,
it-
theme dinners where we must
they can
dress
be
as
those can be
characters.
fun, but you got to do them very, very, very periodically.
Yeah, exactly. Because I haven't done this. I mean, we did one. We did like a murder mystery party. I mean, this is now
those are
a
fun.
year, 2
Yeah,
years
those
ago.
are fun
Oh yeah. at
So
least.
reading this, I'm like, that sounds really fun.
because it's been a while.
But if I had done one last week, I go, ooh.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
that's
just
all.
did that.
And
Yeah.
there's a lot of prep you got to do. You know, you got to buy stuff, so you can't do them that often.
Escaping things without hurting feelings is pretty easy. I mean, if
I'm a realtor.
you get your license. I'm sorry, I got a client. I got to show it.
That's the solution for all of life's
Get
problems.
your license. No, it's like, look, sometimes you get
It's a
diarrhea.
realtor emergency. I need to leave.
I'm getting paged.
We all get diarrhea from time to time. I'm just saying they're not going to double check your toilet. You know,
I mean, I feel like you can
You're
probably.
saying that as an excuse?
I'm saying that. Yes.
Show me that toilet.
I don't believe you.
I
Take a
don't
picture.
believe you for a minute.
Take a picture, you liar.
I don't
with
feel
today's
like
paper.
I do not feel justified to be like, I can't come to your party because I got diarrhea. Like, that's not the sentence I want to say.
Okay, well,
And I don't think diarrhea lasts long enough.
I'm throwing up. I'm sick.
Oh,
I'm
well,
ill. My point is like,
lie.
You better show me that toilet.
Yeah, I'm just saying
You're saying lie.
Just saying
Yeah.
lie.
I mean, I would bet for a lot of these, you can find the right character that will help you get out of things.
Like a mime. You
No.
just show up and you don't have to do nothing.
Well, you would have to mime. Aren't you a award-winning mime,
award-winning
Jason?
mime.
That is true. I do have a trophy. That is a fact. I did win
But
an
I'm
award.
saying, like, be a dodgy character, someone who disappears, or they're a bit part and they're barely in the movie, and you're just like, I was really respecting.
Let's be
the
honest
character.
here. You're getting a dinner out of this.
Yeah.
You're not, unless you're the one having to host it. You're getting a dinner. It just sounds like you're uncomfortable with your accents. Maybe you get a dialect.
There we
coach.
go.
Maybe-
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Mike is right. It's a matter of picking the right character. Like let's go through some practical application here. They're doing a Lord of the Rings party.
Okay.
Okay, so we got to find the character.
And my axe.
Yeah, see, that wouldn't be good. That would be
Right.
like now you got to do an accent. Now you got to have a beard. You got to probably bring an axe. So it's like, what character?
I think you picked a rough movie.
Well, we're here to answer hard problems.
What was Gandalf in between gray and white?
Missing,
Yeah.
dude.
There you go.
I'm
Just don't-
Gandalf the missing.
Don't show up. Don't show up. And then when they text you,
I'm between gray and white.
yes,
Hold, please.
just wait. And then at the very end of the night,
Yeah.
show up
Yes.
in your white Gandalf the White outfit, and like you
Get a white
home
robe.
run that
Balrog
thing.
just got me.
You home runned that thing.
That's
See,
primo.
So this is so
Find a character that's been dead in the movie so you can at least leave halfway.
absolutely. So Lily, this is your answer. It's a matter of finding the right character, show up for the least amount, do the least, win the day.
Yeah. Yeah. And enjoy the dinner. All right. Quick break and a Pointy Things draft.
The Spitballers Draft.
Well, today we are drafting things that are pointy. Things that are pointy. So, Jason, you got the number one pick
man.
here.
Yeah, I know, guys. The clear 101 and the
So
Pointy
lucky.
Things draft. There is, I think,
I mean, there's a lot of pointy things out there.
there's no limit on things that have a little bit of a point. I mean,
Right.
yeah.
Nothing we say on this show, but otherwise, there's a lot of things.
Right. So here I am with the 101. And,
Yeah. What do you got?
I'm going to look.
You ready?
I want something special, something unique. Not just a regular old, that's got a pointy tip. I'm going with the this is going to be quite the draft. I'm going to go with something a little magical. I'm going to go with something mythological. I'm going to go with the unicorn horn.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
It's special. It's unique. It's powerful. You can put strands of it in wands, from my understanding. So
What does it do?
It powers the wands. It provides the magic.
Oh, like there's nothing else. It's
I
just-
had unicorn horn on my list, and I thought that would be a sneaky one for later in the draft. I didn't know it'd be the 101.
Yeah, I mean,
nerd question.
yeah.
So a sliver of the unicorn horn goes in the wand,
Right.
and then there's a phoenix feather is also another.
Uh-huh.
So this is just like the gasoline for the
It's-
You need
wand.
a
Exactly right.
magical item.
Yep.
Ah,
A dragon heart.
It can just be a hair. Yeah.
okay, all right, cleared it up.
Yeah. No, you got it. So I'm going with something pointy for my pick, and I've actually been oddly obsessed with this item in the last month. You know how you like become fascinated by something and then you watch a bunch of documentaries and read books?
Yeah.
I'm going with Mount Everest as my pick.
Is there a point?
Yeah, there's a
Yeah, there definitely
there's a
is.
sharp point on the top of Everest.
It's a mountain, so
Okay. Yeah.
it's not a plateau.
Sure, but I mean, I see a lot of mountains where I don't sit there and think, there's a point.
Well, I mean, every
that's
mountain has
literally
a peak, right?
Draw a mountain. Draw a mountain on a piece of paper. Tell me what you end up with.
Okay.
That's a hill.
What if it's really big?
That's not a.
It's
that's
gotta have
not
a
a
P.
mountain. He just drew this, Mike. He just drew
Just
a
like a little
He drew
squiggly.
this, a semicircle.
Yeah, that's not
All
a
right,
mountain.
Mountains have
I'm taking Mount Everest. Thanks for
Peaks
trying to ruin my pick.
points. Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
He's just jealous.
You wish.
It's a pretty good pick.
Yeah. So no, I'm super into Everest right now. So I'm taking Mount Everest.
Okay,
All right.
it's a pointy thing.
So, Jay, I thought you were going to get the 101.
Oh, but you got it?
I did.
Oh, man.
It made it all the way through the first two picks. And I'm surprised because I tipped my hand. We were talking about Gandalf.
I wondered.
Come on, guys. This is the wizard's hat.
Yeah, the wizard's hat is.
The wizard's
I
hat.
probably would have gotten Mount Everest on the way back, wouldn't I?
Let me.
Yeah.
I'm going to check my notes. Yes.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, but no, you got to start
Yeah.
it
The
off
wizard's hat is a great pick.
with. Yeah.
Gryffindor.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
That's a good pick.
And then I will take.
So to be clear, we have one real item and two fake pointy things.
What a wizard's hat is a real thing.
So is a unicorn horn.
No, that one's not as much.
I mean, is a wizard's hat a real thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, you could. I can give you a hat right now.
But wizards aren't real.
correct. But a wizard's hat is real.
I guess that's true, but
Like,
it's weird.
yeah.
Okay.
They aren't magical. I'm sorry to
No,
tell you that
no.
part.
But to
That
be
part's-
fair, they're
But
never
like
magical.
they're not wizard. There are no wizards.
Chill, that's a Mickey Mouse,
Okay.
the Sorcerer's Apprentice.
All right. His hat's not pointy, right? Oh, no, it is.
It's pretend.
It's
thought
a
it was
wizard's
a-
hat, so
fake.
of course
I
it's
thought it was.
pointy.
I thought it was a top hat at first.
You know that a wizard's hat, if you make a wizard's hat right now and someone puts it on, is just a person's hat.
Right.
You know that's what I'm saying.
Don't put it on.
Wait, if you don't put it on, it could still be a wizard's
could
hat.
still be a
Oh,
wizard's hat.
thank you.
All right.
Speaking of very real things, I will take Wolverine's claws.
Oh, that's
Dang
a
it.
good one.
It was on my list
that's
too.
That's not on my list.
Come on, man.
Wolverine's claws, very pointy.
Very pointy.
pointy.
I mean, it's so pointy. It
I'm
gets,
so disappointed.
gets out of his hands every time.
3 of my items. 3 of the top ones on my list. Now I've got to take something really pedestrian.
Wait, we've managed to take 3 of your picks?
Yes.
Incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good work, Mike.
Wolverine's claws, Gandalf's hat / wizard hat is what I wrote down. And then, of course, a unicorn horn. So I've got Mount Everest. I'm going to just go with a sword. I mean,
Okay.
look, sometimes you got to take a pointy
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, no, it's
In a pointy thing's draft, sometimes you got to go with the pointy
gotta
thing.
go with get to the basics.
The pointiest of things, a sword.
Oh, man. I like sword. That was on my list. I don't have a very big list.
Oh, wow, you said that with such real
Yeah.
struggle. Now, what I would do, Jason, is start thinking of
Oh,
more pointy
man.
things and write them down.
You struggled to find pointy things?
Yeah, that's
Look, it's not,
you got 2 picks right now.
yeah, and I'm going to make 2 great picks. Look, this is what I think is the best pick in this draft. I knew it could come back to me. There's no way you guys would take it. You're going to be like, it's too round. No, there's nothing that is a
Oh,
better pointy
wait.
thing.
You're pre-attacking our criticism?
Yes. There is nothing more pointy
Uh-huh.
Nothing more pointy?
Okay.
than your pointer finger. I am taking my pointer finger, baby. I'm on point. Look how
that's
pointy
fine.
I am.
Yeah,
That's fine.
It doesn't have to be
I mean-
sharp to be pointy.
They
Yeah.
call it your
They
pointer
call
finger.
it your pointer
yeah.
finger. I'm going to point at everything. I'm going to make good points. that's what I'm going to do.
What have we become?
Oh.
What does he become?
And then I got 2
The show
picks
is
here.
pointless.
yeah.
All right. I'm going to
You
look.
go with a thumb?
We're going to go. They don't call it. There's one pointer finger.
Okay, that's
There's
fair.
one.
That's fair.
We did the zombie thing.
I'm out.
I'm going to take a vampire spike.
Okay.
Okay, because
steak?
a steak.
Josh thought that one's very funny.
What was
so,
the thoughts, Josh?
Yeah, what's so
Why
funny
you
back
laughing?
there?
It's just a vampire spike? It's called a steak, man.
Did I say a vampire spike?
You did.
Yeah.
I have it literally written down as vampire steak because, of course, it's a steak. But yes, a vampire steak because that thing
That sounds like a T-bone.
that's got to be, yeah, it's got to be sharp. It's got to be pointy.
Right.
You're having to, get this through flesh, and it's got to,
Sure.
it's got to be able to, withstand. You don't want it to break.
Look,
so it's strong.
I'm going to follow it up then with a vampire one, too. 'cause
Oh.
I wrote
you going with
vampire fangs
Yeah.
down, so I'm taking those. How do you
Those are
feel about that?
Way cooler. Way cooler.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I thought you were going to take another one from the list, but you didn't.
Yeah.
So just so we know where we're at with
Yeah, catch everyone up.
Jason has a unicorn horn.
Awesome.
That's actually a phrase that's pretty weird to say. Unicorn horn.
Yeah.
Give it a try.
Unicorn horn.
Pointy finger
Pretty fun.
and a vampire stake, or a spike, as he said. Oh, man, if you used a spike, it wouldn't work because it's not wood.
Right.
Oh, man, that would be so
Wait,
disappointing.
you can have wooden spikes.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
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 I think of a spike as like one of the things they use on the railroads to hammer them in. I guess some of those are wood too, probably. I have Mount Everest, a sword, and vampire fangs. Mike has a wizard's hat and Wolverine's claws, and 2 more picks.
Oh, it's set up perfectly, guys, because I've got a combo here.
Uh-oh.
I got a combo.
2 points.
I got a combo of two points. Just this is a
Call that a field goal.
what?
No, you don't.
What?
2 points?
A 2-pointer.
A 2? Oh, like a basketball field goal?
Yeah. Yeah, baby.
Oh, my-
Swish. I'm on fire. Go on, Mike.
Whoever is dealing him drugs needs to stop.
Anyways, it's a
We do a football show.
it's a special shout out to all the spelunkers out there
Okay.
who are listening to this
Okay.
pod. We have a huge demo of
You have a lot of
Cave Explorers.
splunkers, audience.
You're getting both.
I'm getting stalagmites and stalactites, baby.
That's nice because you don't even now. It doesn't matter which.
Yeah,
is
which one's the top? I don't care. I got it both.
Incredible double pick.
Wow, Mike.
Now,
Yes.
they haven't showed up in our show doc yet because I know Josh doesn't know how to spell them.
Yeah, one of them has a C.
Stalagmites? I don't know. That's a great pick.
It is.
Stalag-
It's
So one of them does not have a C then.
stalagmites, stalactites.
Really?
Yeah.
This is what you've remembered from class.
This is what I saw on the Google.
Wow.
I did not remember that. But just for those keeping track at home, the stalactites are the one on the roof. They're holding on tight.
On the roof.
Yeah, the cave roof.
The ceiling?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We're so science. My final pick, I'm going to go. I don't want to be boring. I could take another boring pick. I know so many pointy things. I mean, I know hundreds of pointy things. But I'm going to go with a swordfish. I'm going with a swordfish.
Oh, that's a great pick.
They're cool, man. They got a sword. I got the sword and the swordfish.
you got the human version and the fish version.
Yeah, dude. I got 2 versions of a sword. Going with the swordfish for my final pointy
Swordfish has made many appearances in our drafts.
thing. Yeah, as it should. I mean, I think swordfish is one of the cooler animals.
Yeah, I think it is. It
Like
really
some
is. But don't you
animals
think
got-
it could get stuck?
In something?
Yeah, like if it goes in, like just
A hole?
goes right into a whale.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it
yeah.
pierces it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's stuck forever.
Because can they swim in reverse?
Would you rather be
Not strong enough for the force.
Yeah.
Would you rather be a cool-looking animal that has problems like that, or an ugly-looking animal that's just utilitarian? It just works, like a blobfish.
Well, I want to be cool.
Okay. Yeah, because the blobfish, it's not going to be part of the pointy things draft,
Mm-mm.
right?
No.
Jason, you get one more pick. You got unicorn horn, pointer finger, a vampire stake, and then you're going to need another pointy thing.
I was thinking about a puffer fish, but
It's on. But fish
swordfish is cooler. You already beat me
Okay.
with the vampire.
Yeah,
team.
you don't want to pick a
What
secondary.
about a sword puffer fish?
Oh,
Is
that
that a
doesn't-
thing?
Well, I don't know.
Oh man, they got to start breeding them. So
Is that a thing? The guy with unicorn horn.
So I'm going to draft punk rock hair. That's what I'm going to draft.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Very pointy, very anime
Like a-
style. Like
Pointy
okay,
hair.
you're going the whole. You're not going to do
Yeah.
a mohawk.
whatever. Whatever. Pointy hair. Spiky
He's
hair.
defending that with such vigor.
It's the best pick I've ever made.
I am so impressed.
Did
What a
you
great
come
pick.
up with that just on the spot here?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Here's
What
a
a
question
draft.
for you. How many times, because you know the answer is not 0, how many times have people tried to make a unicorn, you think? You've got to imagine somebody somewhere tried to make one.
I don't believe that's true.
How do you like a narwhal and a horse?
Oh man.
Like a new
That
breed.
is what I'm getting, or a rhino and a
so
horse
you're-
would be another way to do
Okay,
it.
But a
so-
rhino's not a unit.
Yeah,
It's
there's
got a
a
unit.
couple.
No, rhinos
there's-
got
they got like the small one before the big one.
Yeah,
All of rhinos have doubles?
I believe
There's
so.
not like a single?
Think
Like,
so.
you know how some of the camels have got 1, 2, 3 humps? You don't think there's a rhino with like a single?
I don't think any camels have 3 humps.
I know. We got a biologist in the building. Papa Josh. Wait, there are no 3-humped camels? Oh,
no,
Josh
no.
is shaking his head back there.
Hold on. Yeah, no, we have a one. There is a one-horned rhino.
Oh, all right. So you breed that with a horsey?
Yeah.
So I
was right.
maybe, but when
Maybe.
well, because when you said
There's-
that people were trying to make a unicorn, I literally thought about the magic. I'm like, nobody thinks they can make a magical animal with.
Oh, because
I
you think
would-
of unicorns as because they're like can fly or whatever? Or no, they
that's
can't fly.
That's Pegasus.
That's a Pegasus. So
no,
what
but
makes
they,
them magic? What do they do? What's their magical power?
they have extreme healing properties. Their blood. Their
So you
blood
made
can
this
heal.
Dr. Zombie your Dr. Unicorn?
Yeah,
It's
Okay.
because it's part of Harry Potter.
yeah, it is.
Hey,
Nerd alert!
Papa Josh, and we've got the Falcon in the building. Any glaring omissions from our Pointy Things draft that you guys thought of?
I was gonna say narwhal, but then you guys mentioned
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah, I had porcupine quills on my list. What did you have, Matt?
I was gonna say like a spear.
Jason.
Oh,
Jay.
man!
Jason.
Oh, how did I miss a spear?
Wow,
The
you had to go
best
for
weapon.
vampire steak.
I put that on the end of a stick, and now I got a real weapon.
Yeah, you would. I am pretty surprised you didn't go with spear.
How did I not go spear? I am mad at myself. Darn.
Well, you'll live.
What did we learn today?
There's a one-horned rhino.
I learned that getting your real estate license will help you with most major life events.
I learned that a wizard's hat only stays a wizard's hat when it's not put on anybody's head. All right, that'll do it for the Spitballers. Thank you for joining us once again. Thank you, Papa Josh, for dropping that very vanilla scat on us. And we'll be back with another episode next week.
Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.